everybody. ASMR Sports. Back at you here. I've done a handful of videos in the last week or so, I guess, that did not have gum chewing, and people were mentioning that they preferred the gum chewing, which I normally do. Adjust the camera. In any event, I am chewing gum now, and this will still definitely be the probably default. There are certainly people who hate the gum chewing, and they're somewhat vocal. So I guess you just can't win, but that's all right. I definitely prefer chewing in ASMR videos. So, and I think the vast majority of subscribers to my channel probably do as well, since that's the kind of been the default for a while. Alright, so I haven't actually I've been posting videos daily because I generally try to make like 2 a day, but I post only 1 a day, so that gets me pretty far ahead. But I don't know, I stopped making them for a few days, and then I kind of got sick, which I am still sick now, but luckily I haven't developed the sort of cough that I often get when I have a cold, which makes it virtually impossible to do a recording. So I'm going to try to get a few done here. And the first one is some Cello packs of 1990 tops. I don't do a lot of Cello packs because, frankly, I don't have a lot of Cello packs. But these are kind of neat because you get a lot of cards without having to open a bunch of wrapping, and the cards generally are in pretty good shape compared to like wax packs, because there's no gum and there's no oh, wait a minute, there is gum. Oh yeah, it's in the middle. Well, okay, there is gum, but there isn't wax paper, so at least you don't get the wax stain. And I guess depending on what the gum does, you may or may not have gum stains. So we'll find out what we have in here. There's the gum, and they were kind enough to put it so it's kind of stuck to this card, but it's just the, contest card. So, oh wow, there's a nice one. The other card that was touching the gum was this one. And it's really not, I see a little bit there, so, if this were not 1990 tops, I might be a little worked up. And as I look at this Ricky Henderson, you see the top there, pretty banged up. So, I guess, yeah, who knows, I guess Cello packs are not the solution necessarily to banged up cards from unopened stuff. So the big card in this set is a Frank Thomas rookie card, which is a draft pick card, I think. And if you're a collector from this era, you probably know about one of the more famous and valuable errors from this time frame, kind of the 90s, which is that Frank Thomas card in this set, but where it has the placeholder for the name here, it's blank. So that is I don't know, how many they would have made of those. And it appears maybe to have been a printing error, but one that was repeated. So it's a a noted variation, and those things sell for like thousands of dollars, particularly if they're in any good condition. Now your odds of getting the no-name version of the Frank Thomas is very low. Here's Deion Sanders. He was a very hot player when this came out, and this would have been his rookie year. Deion Sanders was, like Bo Jackson, a two-sport star. So he was, I think, a cornerback for the Atlanta Falcons in the NFL. And, that was around the time that Bo Jackson had done the same thing. So it was kind of a big deal. And his cards were, pretty valuable back then. He never was really, that great of a player in baseball, but still to play at the major league level is something if you're in NFL. And he was a very good player in the NFL. So Cal Ripken All-Star, that was the one that had the back facing the gum. The other one was Rick Anderson, which those are the two best in the pack so far, so kind of a bummer that they had to be closest to the gum. Oh, there's a Barry Bonds. Obviously Barry Bonds cards are not worth a whole lot these days, but he's still a big name. So, Jimmy Key. There's a Ken Griffey Jr. card in this set. That is his second year card, and his first Topps regular issue card, and it's got the All-Star Rookie Trophy on it. So it actually, I think it looks really great. It's a very beautiful card. Not really worth anything, but back when there's Hall of Famer Gary Carter, back when Griffey Jr. was a young player and pretty much a huge star his entire career, that card was a good one to have. Alright, second pack. And there's a Gary Sheffield second year card. That's not a bad card. I think that's like a future star card. If you know Topps stuff, they have had future stars and Topps All-Star rookies for a number of years, which they continue through today. Let's see, Doug Jones. Dante Bichette, he was good friends with Joe Torre. Not sure if they ever played together. Joe Torre, or I'm sorry, I said Joe Torre, I meant Joe Girardi. Joe Girardi came up in the Cubs system. I don't know if he would have met him in the minor leagues or something, but they were really good friends, and the Yankees drafted his son, who I thought was a pretty good prospect, third baseman, I believe. But I have not heard much about him, and he's definitely not in the top 30 or 40 Yankees prospects, if he's even in their system anymore. There's one of the future stars. Not a very good one, Mark Gardner. Usually the future star designation is kind of colorful, has some gradient, multicolored, but it does vary, the design, from year to year. Whereas the All-Star rookie generally is the the same design. Hopefully we'll get one of those. Chris Sabo. There's a Randy Johnson second-year card. That's a pretty good one. Steve Fry. Oh, there's an All-Star rookie. Carlos Martinez. He did not amount too much. There's Dave Stewart. And, oh, I guess Gary Sheffield is an All-Star rookie. So that's a cool card. He's definitely a solid player. Alright, third and final pack. I like that these cards are consistently oriented, so I don't have to flip them over a bunch. Particularly with these crazy borders, it's like you wouldn't know what the heck is coming up. There's Jesse Barfield. So here's a draft pick card, and this would be what that little draft pick thing would be. What's on the Frank Thomas, I believe. Jose Uribe. Don Slott. Ken Patterson. Mike LaValliere. There's a 5,000 strikeout commemorative card. I think they made a few of these. Yeah, they covered kind of different years of Nolan Ryan's career, so they had one for each team. I think he played for. This one was the Mets. Alvin Davis. There's Hall of Famer Paul Molitor. Dale Murphy. Joey Bell. He's a great slugger. Benny Santiago is a pretty good catcher. Kevin Mitchell. So a lot of good 90s stars in these packs, but not too many that had careers that people would remember unless you're fans of those teams they played on. So, alright, there you have it. There's 3 packs of 1990 Topps Cello baseball. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.